everybody, thank you for watching another one of my vlogs. Last week, as you might have noticed, or maybe you didn't, I'm not sure, but I didn't make a vlog last week, and that's because I'm going away this weekend, so I knew I knew I wouldn't have time to make a vlog this weekend, so I decided to clump last week and part of this week together into one vlog, and so I'm just gonna get started. A new food that I had. It's called Käsespätzle. I hope Käsespätzle. It's like it was similar to the Auflauf that I had. Once again, it was noodles and cheese, but it was kind of different. Hard to explain food via vlog, but it was good, and I'm excited that I'm continuing to try more German foods. And oh, another one I had um, was called Stammer Max, and it's which translates to Strong Max, and kind of a funny name for food, but it was basically toast, ham, egg, and some type of sauce. It was really good. We had it for dinner. I was happy with it. And then the new word for this week, for absolutely no reason, is the word for mosquito, and that is the mucka. Yeah, no reason for that one. Just felt like picking that for the word this week. It's what I learned in class. Um, my favorite picture from this week is a museum that we went to last weekend. Yeah, last weekend. And here's a picture of it. And the reason I like it so much is the architecture of the building. I'm usually not a huge fan of, I guess, paying attention to that type of stuff, but it was really cool how the building went into the mountain. It was really being engulfed by like the nature. So I thought that was pretty cool that it was um, like a part of it almost. And then something funny that happened this week, which it's funny now and it was funny then, but it speaks to a broader topic. But anyways, so my host father told me that we were eating dinner, so I was coming down the stairs for dinner and I needed to wash my hands, but there's no more soap in the bathroom. So I went and I asked him like, and this is all in German. I asked him, "Is there any more soap?" And he looks at me kind of funny because I asked him, "Hey, is there any more mustard?" So I was asking, "Yeah, I need to wash my hands with mustard." And the reason I made this mistake was the words are kind of close. The word for mustard is Senf. The word for soap is Seife, and so they're a little similar. And so I accidentally asked for mustard there, but it is frustrating. I mean, that's just an example of a language barrier or a mistake, but it is frustrating when I'm out in public and like I'm talking to a cashier or a clerk in a store and they can hear my accent, so they automatically switch to English, which is frustrating because I'm trying to practice my German, but sometimes it's just quicker to speak in English. But sometimes that's a little bothersome to me. And something interesting that happened this week was my niece was born in the U.S., which is good, happy news. She's healthy. We're ecstatic, but sad because I'm here, and so I can't. I won't see her until she's like 2 months old, which is sad. But I was able to FaceTime them, and that made me a lot happier. And so, getting into just the rundown of what I've been up to the past 2 weeks. Last Thursday, so maybe about over a week now, week almost 8 days. I went to a museum in Cologne with my art class, and I wasn't too excited about it because not I really like my art class, my art history class. But we had to go. It was like a rainy day. I had to go back at like 6 p.m. So I already came all the way back home from the city. Had to go all the way back into the city. And I was like, I'd rather just uh, take a nap or watch Netflix or something. But I was really happy that we did have it because it turns out to be maybe one of my favorite museums we've been to so far. And it was a sorry, I'm reading my notes. It was another art museum, obviously, but this one is actually part. They converted an old church. They saved it from being demolished, and they turned it into this art exhibit. And it was amazing how it was set up. It was fantastic, and I was really impressed with the art that they had there. Which I'm usually not a huge art fanatic, but this one it just blew me away. The stuff that they had there, it was really, really well done, well set up, good exhibit. So I think I'm actually going to go back and visit it again. That's how much I liked it. So very happy that I did that. And then last Friday, a week ago, I went to Bonn, which is a nearby city, with my a couple people in my group, and it's really easy to make day trips like this because we have a pass for the entire state, so we can take any buses, any trains in the state. So it's really useful. And so when we got to Bonn, we went first to a church, and here is a picture of the church, or me at the church. And I was really, really happy that we stopped at this church. It was kind of coincidence that we ran into it, but man, the architecture again was really amazing. Um, and we got to go down inside. I'm not sure exactly what it was, but it was it was a Catholic church, which I'm not used to, but it was some saint. It was some bones of somebody. I forget. I can't remember, which is bad. But you were able to go underneath it, into these crypts, and beneath the bones of this person. Apparently, that's supposed to be something good. But it was just really interesting to see, and I'm glad we got to go there. And then after that, we went to the Beethoven house where Beethoven was born, and that was also incredible to see. Here's us outside of it, and yeah, it. I don't know, when you go inside the house, it's just like, I mean, it was a pretty big house because they merged two of them together, but like someone that great can some come from something pretty modest, and so it was really neat to see the Beethoven house. Happy that we stopped there too, and then from there we went to the Haribo outlet store. That's because the Haribo headquarters is in Bonn, and Haribo is gummy bears. If you don't know, I have them on my desk because I bought so many of them. Shouldn't have bought that many, but the location of this outlet store was kind of funny. We had to take maybe like a 15-minute train to get there from the central part of Bonn. And we get there, and it's just like this residential area, and then out of nowhere, it hits you this Haribo building. Here's a picture of it, and then there's like bars on some of the windows. So apparently, these people are breaking in to steal gummy bears. But as soon as you walk in, this store is humongous for a candy store. It's humongous, and it's just like gummy bears and all this candy. And it sounds cool, but it actually smells sickening. Like how sweet it was. And here's the inside of the store. But wow, it was a lot. It was cheap, so I bought a lot. But ooh, it was. I felt like you were getting high blood sugar just standing in the store. And then, so that was Friday, and then Saturday we went to a museum with my program, and this was Saturday morning. So we had to take we had to go from Cologne back to a little bit further outside of Bonn. So we went with a train, and we oh, sorry, lost my train of thought there. Once we got there, so we arrived at the train station. I'm expecting we're going somewhere else to get to this museum, but no, the museum was at the train station. It was right beneath it, which was kind of strange, but I guess a cool idea. The building was really, really cool for this museum. The station itself, and then so here's the station, and then underneath it was the art museum, a modern art museum, and then it went back into the mountain, and then back above ground. So it was really cool how I think the building was set up. And there was a banana graffitied on the outside of it, and apparently that was done by some famous person who liked the building. And apparently that's on a lot of famous buildings, but I never noticed that. And so the first exhibit we stopped by was this kid exhibit. It was kid interactive, but it was an exhibit that had portraits of kids from all over the world, from different cultures, from different time periods, and I thought it was really well done. It just showed you how kids are portrayed in different cultures, as I said. And that was when I kind of stopped liking it. Well, that's not true. So after that, we went up these humongous glass elevators, and we got to the top. And here's a picture of me at the top of the museum. Once again, the building was really, really cool. And then we went to these two floors of just modern art, and oh my, I how do I talk? I don't even know what to say about this. I personally did not like it at all. Here's a picture of one of the art pieces we saw, and apparently this guy is really famous, but I didn't know him. But I don't really study modern art, so I guess I wouldn't know him. But I I was just confused. Like, I guess my face. I was just confused the entire time watching, um, or just looking at these paintings. And the tour guide she noticed, but I was relieved once we got away from the modern art. And so that was just that was what we went and did this past weekend. And then this week I just continued with my classes, which are going well. And then today was the last of one of my classes, the last day, and I had it for the past 5 weeks, Monday through Friday, 3 hours a day, so like 75 hours of class. But done with that one, and then once I come back from my fall break, I start up a literature a special topics in literature, in German literature class. I think that's the name. But that's all that's been going on with me the past 2 weeks. And so from now, tomorrow morning, it's kind of late, but tomorrow morning I leave to go to for Berlin for a week, and then I go to Rome for 4 or 5 days, and then I go to Athens for 4 or 5 days. So I won't be making a vlog for about 2 weeks, maybe 2.5 weeks. But in the meantime, I hope everybody has a good next 2 weeks, and congratulations again to my brother Aaron and his wife Heather on their first daughter or first child, but she's a girl, so she's a daughter. Um, so congratulations to them. Have a happy Halloween, everybody, and go Steelers!